Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome back to week 4 of Fun Fact Friday. This week, we took a trip down memory lane where we went to where Chad had his first job where he received payment and tips. I know what you're thinking because obviously I thought the same thing, but take a look at this. So Chad, how old were you when you worked at Randall's?
16.
What was the largest tip you've ever received?
You know, I was really having trouble remembering that. I think the most I ever received was $20, but I don't know why. Somewhere in my head, I feel like I got 100 one time.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Did anyone ever tip you without payment? Like, hey, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't put the frozen stuff in with the bread.
Yes, we got some of that. Yeah.
What did you wear when you worked at Randall's?
We had, what did I have? They were like kind of black slacks with a white shirt like this, with a bow tie.
Nice.
And a black apron.
Okay. Now, did you wear your earring when you were working at Randall's?
You know, I was having trouble remembering that. Oh, you know what? Now I do remember. I would forget to take it out, and my manager would always be like,
That could be the reason why you didn't receive any tips.
it could be.
Okay.
It could be.
Take a look at some of today's adventures.
Friends waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Chad, how does it feel to be back at Randall's?
Amazing.
Amazing. When you would come in here to work every day, were you drawn to a particular section of the store?
Probably the sweet section.
Let me test you on your skills. What aisle is the Rogaine on?
No idea.
Have you ever used Rogaine?
No.
Okay.
And you think about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. And you spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit.
I know.
Oh, can I still ask the question, paper or plastic?
Yes. Did you have paper or plastic back
I didn't
then?
think they had paper anymore, but I just saw some paper bags over there.
Did it bring back some memories?
2742.
Lots of memories.
What Brenda did you work at?
The one on Shepherd and Westheimer.
Westheimer?
Yeah.
48, number 48.
Oh, number 48.
Did you know the number?
I did not know the number.
You never got Employee of the Month.
He only got Employee of the Year.
Yeah. So today's adventure was very insightful because right before we were leaving, we ran into one of your old managers, correct?
That is correct.
I obviously was really excited and wanted to run up to him and ask him a few questions. And when I pointed out Chad, what happened?
Well, he doesn't have a recollection of me having worked for him.
Had no clue who Chad was. Very embarrassed, and I can obviously say you were never Employee of the Month.
I was never Employee of the Month. That is
He
correct.
respectfully declined to be interviewed, but if I ever see him again, trust me, I'll figure out why he never remembered Chad. So my last question for you is, when something really bad or tragic happens in your life, don't you remember kind of like where you were, what you were doing?
Sure.
What happened when you found out that stores were installing self-checkouts? What were you
Well, fortunately, I was no longer in the sacking business, so it didn't impact me directly. But I must say, my heart went out to all the sackers out there who rely on those tips for a good living.
Do you, till this day, do you still avoid that area of the grocery store, the self-checkout?
Well, I was happy to see Randall's has moved away from the self-checkout again, and they're back to only having an express lane.
Express lanes,
Uh-huh.
okay. Well, guys, there you have it. Chad received tips from Sacking Groceries. Don't forget to tune in next week. You will not want to miss it because I'm having the chance to interview one of Chad's lovely friends so we can find out what he was like back in the day. So stay tuned. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.